Vodafone cares about you and your health. Through our 255 call center, we have empowered Ghanaians from across the country with our unique phone-in medical consultancy. We also bring you Health Fest, where a trained medical team travel the nation giving free medical treatment. But it all started here on your TV screen with the award-winning television program, Healthline. Coming up on Healthline, the doctors speak about how to prevent cholera. And in the field, the team meets up with a family that's being torn apart.
It's great to be back, and it is indeed great to have you through another season of Healthline. This season, we listen to all your health concerns and together find answers to alleviate your fears. And most importantly, you get to share in those exceptional moments when lives are turned around. And of course, all your favorite doctors are here, and we're staying through the entire show. You won't want to miss any of this. My name is Lorraine, and I'm here with Papa Nee.
Hi.
Ruth.
Hello.
And Bright.
Hello, everyone.
All right, we have a question from the audience.
Hello, doctors. My friend's grandmother tripped over a small stone which broke her leg. How could this happen? The stone was so small.
Bone is very hard. So for bone to break, it must be one of two things. Either the force that struck it was a very big force, or the bone was just too weak. So weak that something so little could break it. It really does happen. That small stone could have caused your grandmother to break a bone. In fact, in some people, just bending down, you hear a snap and the bone is broken. Or even coughing can cause a bone to break. Why does this happen, one may ask? It's because of a condition we call osteoporosis. So basically, the bone has become porous, and it's what we also call brittle bone, okay? The bone is a bit softer than usual. So normally, in everybody, bone cells are being formed every day, and bone cells are dying every day. In the average person who is growing up, the rate of formation is way higher than the rate of death. As you grow, it slows down, okay? In people who have osteoporosis, that rate of growth has slowed down so much, the bone becomes thin and it becomes weak. You have a better chance of not getting that disease if maybe in your youth, you have so much bone formed that by 20, you have got enough to buffer you for the rest of your life. But there are some people who are more prone to having that. Just by having a small genetic makeup. Lorraine, I didn't mean to hit on you, but people like Lorraine...
bones are gonna break?
No. You know, people who are small set like Lorraine, it's believed that they usually have thinner bones than people who are wider set. Now, just by being a woman, you are even at risk because we experience something called menopause. What happens during menopause is that the sex hormone levels, which is estrogen, goes down. When it goes down, so does bone production, and your bone becomes brittle. It can easily break. There are things you can do to slow down the process. And one of those, which is very important, is being active in your life from the very beginning, from your youth. And I mean by active, having an exercise routine daily that allows you to bear weight on the bone.
There's also something that you can do to at least increase the integrity or the strength of the bones. There's something we call calcium and vitamin D supplementation. Calcium is very important in rebuilding your bones to make it strong again. So at the age of 60 for women, 70 for men, you can at least be put on calcium and vitamin D supplements, which could help strengthen your bone and prevent such occurrences. Then again, postmenopausal women may be given estrogen replacement. This helps prevent or reduce the rate of bone loss.
So in summary, if you start having problems with your bones and your bones are easily fractured, it could be because of wear and tear, it could be because of a medical condition, and just know that once you get older, your bones do become weaker. Advisedly, try and get medications to support your bones as you get older.
Papa Nee is back as the street doctor. Let's join him.
Today we're at the Aviation Park to meet the Future Stars Colts football team.
We're going to be talking about stretching and warming up. Hey, Charlie, how are you guys? Emmanuel, what position do you play?
Sir, please, I'm a goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper. Okay. Should all players warm up before?
Yes.
Even goalkeepers?
Yes.
Why?
You have to warm up, so if you are in the pool, you will not be lazy.
And then when you're done, do you also go and do some exercises after the match?
Yes.
Is warming up the same as stretching?
No.
What's the difference?
Warming up is like when you have now come, then you warm up. Then if you finish, you stretch your body.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Wow, these coaches really know what they're about. The players all are aware of the differences between warming up and stretching. Now, for you guys at home, I'm sure a lot of the time we think they're the same thing. So, warming up is what you do to increase blood flow to the rest of your body, increase your heart rate. It's more or less just making your body become aware of the fact that you're going to take it through some kind of stress, okay? So that's like before any particular sport, tennis, soccer, squash, whatever you want to do. You do a bit of warming up, increase circulation, your body starts to accommodate, your body starts to get better. Now, stretching is for the muscles. Because you don't want to be doing these exercises, stretching your muscles, and then you get up getting a muscle tear, a muscle pull. You don't want that, okay? Stretching and warming up help reduce the risk of injury. Remember, before you go into a game, you do a warm-up exercise, you do some stretching, you play your game, you do a cooling down exercise, okay? Don't just walk into a game and out of. You help reduce the risk of injury and other further encumbrances. Till next time, I'll see you guys.
There's more after the break. Don't go away.
Experience Ghana's fastest 3G plus network. It's never felt this good.
You people think this is funny, eh?
Vodafone, power to you.
Me din this Kofi Afram. Mpacho me free Kumasi. Na me di me yire e wo program kakra, wo ho program. Na me frɛ Vodafone for like 255. Ela mo ma me akonkyerɛ bebrebe fa me didie mo ni me no bebrebe mo. Na me dey so no nyame adom me yere e fa nyensen sesa me no kase wa wo be ma kese pa. Na me kan 255 na mo bibiara owo Ghana ha. Vodafone for 255 no e adwuma. Me da Vodafone for ase. Ya ma ya ma me ma bra bom. Aye nde suni ha wa ma bra bom free me so. Me da Vodafone for ase bebrebe.
Learn the basics of keeping your child healthy and happy. On Kids Corner, we take a look at ringworm.
Ringworm is a common presentation in our children, especially children of school-going age. And I'm sure a lot of parents have seen these round lesions either on the scalp or somewhere on your child's body. It's something we should know is not caused by a worm, but it's actually caused by a fungus called tinea.
The same fungus can form on different parts of your skin, so it's not always that you'll just see ringworm on your scalp. Now, it has a characteristic pattern. It's a ring thing. It starts and it just goes in a spiral like that. And you realize that when you look into the kid's hair, at times, you may not see it easily, but at times too, it just clears all the hair out of the area. And it's extremely itchy and has this really white, crusty thing about it. So when you see your kids running around, scratching their hair, and you see that, where's that patch of hair gone? Look closely. It just might be ringworm.
You know, Papani, most of the time is when children start going to school and meeting other kids that you find them having these conditions. That's because it's one of those things that is contagious. So when they go to school, they're playing with other kids. Children are not particular about what is this, let me not touch it. Yeah. But just by touching it, they're exposed to it, okay? And then they can get it because their immunity is not as high as you or me. But the good thing about ringworm is that it can be treated. The downside is that it takes a while and it can be difficult to treat. Most of the time, if it's just on one side, like maybe the face alone, they can use what we call topical creams, antifungal topical creams. So you just rub the cream on that part of a lesion, you have to do it sometimes for as long as 6 weeks to see results. When it's widespread, you can have somebody having it in the hair, on the face, on the body, so many places. So for those ones, we give some kind of oral medication which is able to clear all of those ones better than just using the cream for everything.
In treatment, please parents, let's not self-medicate our children. Let's send them to the hospital so that they are given the appropriate medications, either in the form of a cream or a shampoo, especially if it's in the hair, or medicine that they will actually swallow. Now remember, if one of your children has ringworm, it can easily be spread to the other child. So you have to avoid them sharing personal artifacts like combs, hairbrushes, and clothes.
All right, so we take a myth, and this is an SMS. Comes from Fosua from Odumase. She says, my uncle claims that Akpeteshi can stop cholera completely in its tracks before it puts you down. Though I feel it might just be an excuse to keep drinking, I'm tending to believe it since I've never seen him ill.
So this sounds funny, but I can understand why you're thinking that way. There's some research done that actually put some cholera germs with alcohol. The alcohol is 20% of alcohol. And in 1 hour time, all the cholera bacteria had died.
No kidding.
That's true. See, but the truth is that cholera is transferred through the fecal-oral route. In other words, your hands touching germs, it going into your mouth. So this could happen at any time. So probably by the time you take alcohol, it's already entered your bloodstream. And the thing is that that same alcohol that can actually kill the bacteria actually prevents your stomach from producing gastric acid, which is actually protective against the bacteria. So truly, this doesn't really work when the bacteria enters your tummy. But then it does tell me one thing, that at least the hand sanitizers that we use that has 60 to 70% of alcohol is a safe and good method of disinfecting your hands from the cholera bacteria.
Some other thing I actually found out can help with cholera and is readily available in our markets. It's lime. Instead of cooking without lime, they cook and they put a bit of lime in it. And they found out that even if the cholera germ was there, the rate at which it multiplies is slowed down drastically.
So Ruth, would you put the lime in the water that you're drinking or the lime that you're using to wash your hands before you eat?
So lime is edible.
Yeah.
So you can actually put it in the water that you're drinking.
That you're drinking?
Exactly. And even when you're cooking, you can actually add it as part of the seasoning. It's been known to be very effective.
So Fusia, you have it. It is a myth. Now, if you do want to prevent cholera, there are some healthy lifestyle practices that you must adopt. You must make sure that you wash your hands before eating, before cooking, and after visiting the bathroom. If you do purchase food from food vendors, make sure that the environment in which you purchase the food is sanitary. All food that you ingest must be nice and hot. And the good old thing is that you get some fresh lime and you squeeze it either into the food, gives it a nice rich flavor, or you can squeeze some drops into the water that you take to make sure that it gets rid of the cholera germs.
The following segment contains material of an adult nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Time for sexual health matters. Now, I don't know where Felicia lives, but her SMS says, my husband comes too quickly during sex, and that makes him shy away from it entirely. How do I help him with this problem?
Felicia, your husband's condition is what we broadly term as premature ejaculation. I personally think that when you say premature ejaculation, it's relative. For instance, for somebody who is not in the mood, if you come on entering, he's okay, no problem. But for others who are really looking to have a good time, even your 5 minutes could be termed premature ejaculation if the person does not feel satisfied. So I don't think we want to put any particular duration to it, but whether or not at the end of the day, both of you are getting some satisfaction out of it. That notwithstanding, there really is a medical condition called premature ejaculation.
Now, there's some techniques that you could both adopt that could help solve this problem. It's called the start and stop technique. So during the process of sexual intercourse, as soon as your partner feels he's about to ejaculate or have orgasm, he can actually stop the process and wait a while till the urge to ejaculate goes down. Then the process starts again. This at least can help prolong the sexual intercourse. But nevertheless, there are medications that your husband could also take. There are oral medications he could just swallow. And there are also what we call topical anesthetics. Now, what happens with these is that your husband will just apply it onto his organ a few minutes before the sexual intercourse. But the most important thing is to wash it off before you start having sex, or else this would anesthetize your wife's private parts, and you wouldn't want that. There are actually some condoms that contain a chemical that prolongs the sexual intercourse. Those things work, and they can be helpful. The condom themselves actually reduce the sensitivity of sexual intercourse. So these are options you can look into. But whatever it be, you could see a urologist who could help your husband get over this problem.
Also, it's possible you're only having your first round of sex. Now, for most men, the very first round of sex will last about 2 to 5 minutes. But then further rounds within the same session, not on another day, but within the same session, tend to last longer. After that, he'll get it up again, and when he gets it up, you see.
Felicia, I hope we've been helpful. The program continues after the break.
Charlie, how they come?
Hello, where they?
Charlie, come outside. Macho won't finish me today.
Oh, those small puppies. Let me talk to them. Macho, go.
Experience a network with the best voice clarity.
Vodafone, power to you.
It's said the best kept secret is the joy of having a baby. However, the joy that came with the birth of Nathaniel was short-lived when it turned out he had a peculiar condition and needed immediate medical attention.
Nathaniel was born with a condition in which there is no normal anal opening. The anus did not actually form. So when he eats, intestinal content is not able to come out, otherwise he cannot pass through.
Nathaniel had to have emergency surgery when he was only 3 days old. A hole was cut into his stomach so he could pass feces. This is only a temporary solution, and troubled times lay ahead for the family.
What's your family, Richard? Or the Isafo? You were 30 years. I was young, I was surgery. What's your me a private teacher? I'm a child of class 6. Now, me a Sunday school teacher. Now, me too kind. Me quite attachment to Takra the port. Into me by night school, I saw a child woman. Honestly, I be Sunday school, madam or home.
Into Sunday school, Nimuna, me pamadin. Into Oba, no, I be she, no, I sanko. Into Nemunu, and I did yako, a sorry, so booming. Damadia, a person, metna. Na Miss Metias.
You are the fear of us, any. Na you are feeling na yenya about the kind.
And only the moon na problem being in life. Abrabona, ya bonica cancra. Try no, mamma. Yenya be breedy, but every day it me.
Inti near short time no mono. When you pee mum in a 7-year second one, sir. What would Nathaniel, na me new hobby? Na me wo aha. Sunday Juma na me yentin. Na me was surgery and I was over a year. I go na bodon hospital.
Inti me wono yaw da 15th January 2015. Next midwife nature in there because of our warning to me yin na mframa ko mo wan ka bibia so ankyerɛ nti yen be fin ade chi na yehunde na yefuna ekese na orusu na damede a yempe nsu bi na yemfa nyama na onko bi bra yehwe na dam ekwan na odo kotorete from bini
17 na me share one wo hospital bi a ko wa bofra nti oye midwife no hwe no boso aye problem kitwe bi nti e ba aguna so edu government hospital wo beye e diama nti brina e ba hospital no ana doctor na e botu no surgical room no kare e di nya de betumaye nti yam fanko oye kolebu ono ye 18th Sunday na ye free surgery ye ko hospital kolebu nti around 9 o'clock ana wadi no ko oye operation room nti we bo be 1 and adwe 1 to 2 na wo wi oye ni first surgery na wedding kan ye ni ebe wunya Nathaniel ne mu na isi abede nyama abaye dinachin ma first no na night because isi ani na na kwes kasem ade bia no oyi scan isi ano ede ancheri ne kotwa scan ye de report ne kwe nyame ya duma next month be kotwa x-ray nya so de report ne de ko ni na no ye kasem na de bia so no gos aye use ne so de ekoto gos no ntimi fa de asawa na ade bia de todo de ekoto gos na penyama kakra abofa ne besi because onye easy da practically beja na afa ne nchen anande ne yefunu ntini na ya de isi ama brabo no abe di achin ma na first no ye wu
Mse be manu onya obeye pa but bibino nti nkakankra ne yade tena kolubube 2 weeks ne woyi nende busi obboyede yaba nyamiado pay ojeje no ode aye ode atuatua ebi mu wande no ma eko but ne dress simple yes ne dra yade yom amfado medu ne treater what's a hono body until they treat more smoother with a cross one beside body na nti se dunu de pa wo hala na rush say yaba mo nti edunu de ye obi o ye ni bio ese say force say e weto no o ya de so ene de aka tazin pu a ye de betedru na ya tena e komisa
Dominic odaisafo eyeba ozikana wo hene ntem na adinti ama na onu nyina na yenyi nyina na ewa ha but sente Dominic fi yene nchen obra ye wo oye Nathaniel ne de ye ko oye hospital yentumi nye Dominic nkon ho ko eni nti ode ye ma na Dominic okatena ne nana besia ne nchen na yeso yetena ha na yeni ko oye Nathaniel no
ma baba sasa minama ha Bejono ho skasam bi bisa anti ha sana
sisiano sis kasam no fiwa edi bibia na ma dream no ma bre anade ya na me ma pava so ni condition ma koye no anti there ordinary children na so obi atumi eye ma na ngasepe no oyi ne de na koye easy and wa oye abofra ode ekite na ehwe ne ye pa wani tumi kwa abofra no nti mitumi bisa me question there oba na nti na nipa bebre a wo won dem ha obi ni word na me ngote medina da me ha obi wo Brena yako hospital first no doctor nekede a operation abeye 3 stages. Na isi ano ya first one aka 2 to ananaka bi na ode ye na ni tumi ko ne se ye ntumi anye sika na be ya no be ya awerɛ ho ai san so aye first ma abofa no bra we nyin na de bia sa betam bɔ ne yema o jana na fa me de se da me operation ni tumi fi hɔ dia ya me babutuma abuma me beboa na ta ne benyin so abet de se na nipa ordinary people se yatia bi me expectation na Nathaniel nyina ahoɔden bi a me wo bia me bɔ Nathaniel no so abɛ surgical doctor no so watuma agye nkrɔfo nko.
The following scenes contain images that could disturb sensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Vodafone stepped in and ensured that Nathaniel got the life-changing surgery he required.
Medanyamiasi se menya aboafo a oboa me na maye operation amana. Ne meni aje se nyame yi aboafo na ama me sa.
The aim of the surgery is to create an opening for intestines. In other words, like we're creating a new anus. So what we really do is to open up the lower parts of the body, identify the blind end of the intestine where it ended, and then bring it down to the skin at the bottom and fix it in a position in which the anus should form and can function properly. I think your prognosis should be quite good. Most of the time, the problem is if you do not have very good muscle or good nerve supply to the muscle. Then you may have problems with controlling stool, even though the anus is in the normal position. In this case, when we tested the muscle, the contraction was quite good. We were able to place the anus within them. So we expect the prognosis to be good and be able to function properly with that anus.
Vodafone would like to thank the staff at Kolebu Teaching Hospital for all they have done for Nathaniel and his family. Nathaniel is still recovering from his surgery and couldn't join us in the studio.
Richard and Felicia, you're welcome.
Thank you.
This is Dominic, right? This is not Nathaniel.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. How's he faring?
Nathaniel is feeling well by God's grace. I thank God, and I'm also asking God to bless Vodafone so much for their help, as now Nathaniel is now being cured for the second surgery that we've done so far.
And Felicia, how does that make you feel as well?
Vincent Nathaniel, no way din. Odi agoro. Sisi a otumisiro ne jijina agura. Asrewa na medamwase. Ya minshira. Na oma wedwuma no enye nkoso oma ahodin no embra mo medamwase.
I'm so happy to see that finally you guys will get the chance to spend all the time together as a family. Now, we're so happy that Nathaniel is getting better. Vodafone is extremely excited. But to add to that, Vodafone would also like to give you something small, just a small token to help you as Nathaniel gets better and is also rehabilitated.
I wish God would bless them very, very much to lift up their names to so high to the extent that nobody on the network can compete with them to be win.
After a successful recovery from the surgery, Felicia was able to collect Nathaniel from the hospital and take him home.
Before we sign off, I'd like to mention that your contributions to Vodafone's Healthline support account has made Nathaniel's surgery possible. However, there are more people out there who need your help. So join Vodafone in this health campaign and make a difference today. We come your way again next week, same time. Remember, it's never too late to think about adopting a healthier lifestyle. Goodbye.
If you have been moved by the stories or issues you've seen on Healthline, you can donate 1 Ghana cedi by texting GIVE to 133. If you want to donate more than 1 Ghana cedi, please dial *133# and follow the prompts. Next week on Healthline, we meet young Charlotte, who just wants to be like any other teenager. And we meet the dedicated team from Operation Smile, who are literally changing the face of Ghana.
Vodafone. Power to you.